Hello everyone, this is Lena Kiers from Inspired Creations. I'm a Canadian independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up! And today I have an arrow point card to work through with you. At Christmas I made the horizontal arrow point card, which looks like this. And then I thought, well, it's nice to teach my customers the vertical version as well. And there are actually two versions. So this one here is two folds, and I'll show you that on the paper here. So there's the fold here and the fold here, and that's equivalent to this one, except it's tall. Okay, this one also just had two folds. But we're going to do the alternate version, which has three folds. So if I unfold this, you'll see there's the fold here, and then another fold there that tucks this back in. Now, on my template that I made, which is right here, I said to measure at 1 1/4, which is what I did for this card. But this one is just a little bit wider here than this one. So it's a matter of preference. If you want the wider part here, you put your tick mark at 1 1/4. If you want it a little bit narrower, you put your tick mark at 1 1/2 from the bottom. So it just will make this a wee bit narrower. So instead of folding here and making it this wide, you're folding up here to make it this wide. This one is a little bit cleaner on the inside because these edges meet here, and here there's still a gap here. But either way, I mean, we're going to cover it anyway, so it doesn't really matter. It's just a matter of your personal preference. So if you want to take a screenshot of this, just stop the video and you can get your screenshot, excuse me. And if that doesn't work for you, you can email me at inkspiredcreationsbylena@gmail.com, and I will send you the template. Okay, so let's get busy with this. I made this for a Zoom class that I'm doing in February with my regular customers. And just to make the instructions a little clearer, I thought I'll make a video so they can watch that, but I'm making it public so that anybody can watch. So hopefully you can learn a little bit from making this card as well. So I thought, well, I'll make it a little bit different, just different designer paper, different colors. So this is from the Blooms for Every Occasion, I think, Flowers for Every Occasion designer series paper. And this one here I made from the Celebration paper, designer series paper. So let's just put this off here and bring in my paper trimmer and see if we can get this to work. So first of all, we're going to score this 4 1/4 by 11 in half at 5 1/2. Then we're going to put tick marks at 3 1/2, and if you just put it right in the track there, 3 1/2, and of course we're going to do one from here all the way down to the center, then 3 1/2 down to the center, and I'll do 1 1/2. My template says 1 1/4, but this way you can compare. So, and then right here along the bottom, we need to find half of 4 1/4, which is 2 1/8. So this is the quarter mark, so we go halfway in between there. There, now we can do all our score lines. So starting with this dot right in the center here, and the top at the score line. Maybe if I give it a little fold, you can see where the score line is. Okay, make sure the cutting one is out of the way so you don't accidentally cut it. And we might as well just keep scoring at this side. So we're all going to end up here at the 2 1/8. And this was the 2 1/2. And then we'll flip it over a little bit farther to get to the 1.5. So you can see this point here is going to have quite a bit of folding done at it. Okay, now we'll do it again at the other side. So it's starting at the score line at 5.5. Then at 3.5. And at 1.5. I don't know if you watched my last video, which was on the triple step card. But as I was listening to the video after it was done, I noticed that I had forgotten to remove my clock from my office. So you hear a lot of clock ticking going on. So I did remove it this time. So it won't sound like there's a bomb going to explode anytime. When you work in the office all the time, you don't even hear it anymore, but it's kind of an annoying noise when you're listening to a video. Okay, so we're doing a mountain and a valley. And a mountain. Okay, so now this is just going to sit like this in here. And you can just really burnish these folds. You want them all nice and flat. Okay. Now, I'm going to put a few glue dots just inside here to make this lay down nice and flat. You just have to make sure you're not going to go beyond this, so that's why I'm putting them on that side. And you also don't want to go beyond this piece here. So maybe that should be good enough. I guess we could put one inside too. Put both of those on before I put that shut. There we go. And then I don't think it actually stuck on. There we go. You can use other adhesive too, but just for the sake of the video, it's easy not to be messing around too much. There we go. So there's our card base. So now we're going to work with our decoration. So there's two pieces here at 5 1/4 by 4. So one is going to be the background here that's not going to get cut, but the other one needs to get cut because I need this triangle, and this triangle. So I need 3 pieces out of this one, and then this one is just going to sit in the back. So we're going to go, this is 4 inches, so I cut this or put a tick mark at the 2 inch. Oh no, this is 4 inches. This is 4 1/8 because it's going to layer just a tiny bit of color like this. So you can just, where you put your 2 inch, you can just put a little tick there, or if you're doing it on a ruler, it's 2 1/6 2 1/8. This is 4 1/8, so 2 1/16. So it's just as easy, just 2. You've already marked this at 2, then just put the tick mark underneath there. Then we're going to cut these from the corner here. So the corner is in the trough and the tick mark's in the trough. Whoops, delay this time. And then going the other way, so that gets you your 3 triangles. And then we're going to do the same with this, but this tick mark is at 2 inches, also from the corner there. And going this way. Okay. Okay, this edge is barely showing, but it's there. Oh, and I see what I forgot. I forgot to do a second one of these. I hope I still have one that's the same. Yep. Ah, I see. You don't need those. So this is going to, I confuse myself sometimes. So it's going to sit like that. And this is going to be inside here. And then we're just going to put these pieces on like that. So these 2 pieces are extra. We needed to cut them because we needed this yellow triangle. So you can use these for scraps for something else. So this is how it's going to be put together. And so we'll just do some gluing. And I don't need this extra piece. Okay. Once you've got all the pieces cut, it's just assembly. Pretty easy. I think I'll get this out because these triangles I'm going to go off the edge. See, it doesn't stick to the adhesive, to this mat here. It makes it really nice. You don't have a sticky work surface after you've done the gluing part. So you want these 2 tiny these little points here to meet in the center. And then we're going to adhere this. And you don't have to do another layer underneath if you don't want that extra color. But this is the way I'm making it for today. Okay, so that's going to fit nicely there. And there we have it. Now, I just, these are from the, right here, Stitch So Sweetly. These dies right here. And then the stamps, the words came from, this is in the new catalog, Happy Thoughts, and I'm using Thinking of You. And then this is just I cut a 1 3/4 inch and 1.5 inch circle, and that's just going to cover up in here, just so it looks a little pretty. Okay, so I'll just stick all those pieces together. And I'm using the Stamp and Seal because that's a pretty strong glue, and it will keep things holding together quite well. And I think I'll glue this part down flat and use dimensionals on the white part. This has to sit a little bit high to fit in that triangle here. And a few dimensionals. And then that pops up from there. So that looks nice. Now this one here, I stamped it a little bit higher into the stitching there. So I put my rhinestones below. This one I stamped it down a bit, so I'm going to put my rhinestones above this time. And, oh, here they are. And again, you can use whatever kind of gems you want to put on it that will match with your designer paper. You don't need to feel like you have to make yours exactly like mine. Okay, so there you have it. And then I think I'll stamp the same words in here. I just wanted to send some happy thoughts your way because those are nice words to go with this. Actually, they're also nice birthday words. So there you have it. The alternate vertical arrow point card. And here's all my information. If you need any products, this is my store here. And this is my Facebook page. You can subscribe to that. And here's the January host code. If you do place an order with me, you could please use that host code. That would be great. And that's it for today. Bye-bye.